All right, and Coach, why don't you open us up just with the real quick thoughts? First practice back in Seattle in quite a while, and first practice in a long time with everybody here.
Yeah, it's good to be home. Good to get some practice time in. Practice time has been very limited this season. So, tough road trip, but we're here. We have our homestand, and there's still some fatigue, and at this point in the season, it's kind of mind over matter. But it's good to get some work in, get some reps in preparation for Chicago.
All right, let's go ahead and open it up to questions. If you have a question for Coach, go ahead and hit that hand raise button in the reaction section, and we will call on you as we have time to do so. We'll go ahead and start with Jackie Powell. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hey, Coach. So this is Jackie Powell from The Next. I'm actually subbing in for M because she can't be here today. So this is a question that is from her. So I was curious about what led to the decision to cross-match your forwards with Minnesota's. She had seen a lot of teams play them straight and had always wondered how a cross-match might look. So she's wondering what went into the decision and how you've evaluated its success.
The cross match, actually, Minnesota cross matches on us. So previously, Nafisa was guarding Stewie, and Dantas guarded Lou. And so it just made sense for them to guard each other. You know, Dantas is a pick and pop player. She's not going to post up as much as Collier. And so if you think about putting our natural post up player on Fisa, that went into that thought process. Fisa plays the 4 and obviously starts at the 3, but they cross matched before. So, and if you think about offensively, with Feast on her, and then as we're coming down the floor, Stewie has to go find Dantas. It's just we're a tough way to match back up. So essentially kind of matching them as they matched us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, any other question? We got Andy. Andy, go ahead with Seattle Times. Go ahead.
Hey, Noel, thanks for the time. So you guys recently signed Carly Samuelson to a contract for the rest of the season. I was just wondering how the opportunity came up to sign her, what the discussions were, and why her for that last roster spot.
Yeah, Carly, we heard that she was going to become available because Shanae got activated. She actually was on the road alongside with us. They were in New York around the same time we were in New York. I think what goes into the thought process of thinking about a final roster spot, Kiana's done an amazing job for us as just being a rookie and in a new setting and handled being a professional very well. And with her injury, it kind of put us in a tough spot of having to decide on what that player should be. The thought process, thinking about practices and having a body available as opposed to just going with 11 and being a little short woman or short player, I should say, at that point. So understanding that Carly is a knockdown shooter, and that's something that we can utilize as a strength for our system. Understanding obviously her relationship to Katie Lou, and that being very cool for us to have someone who is familiar in that way. But also just thinking about our roster and how we can kind of get better and tighten up toward the end of our season.
Definitely. And then it's always tough to have a player join the team on a road trip. This is your guys' first practice in a while. What did you see from her that stood out?
She picked up everything right away. It's tough at this point of the season to really start from ground zero with a player just coming in this late in the season. But I can tell that she had some conversations with her sister, or she just got in her playbook and is a natural basketball player. So it was good to see her picking up on things right away and just kind of going hard and energy and just having confidence in what she was doing. Obviously, we know she is a very good shooter, so that's always a plus.
Definitely. And then last thing for me, but how do you think this could help Katie Lou as well? I know that you guys have been trying to integrate her into the offense a little bit more, having obviously her sister there, someone else who she's comfortable with. How do you hope that will help her?
I hope it helps tremendously. You know, we always talk about Katie Lou and her ability to help us and, you know, always making sure she's feeling good, feeling confident, feeling in a good space. I think having that comfort within a family member as her sister, but also someone who can push her. If you look at the matchup in LA, you know, Carly went at Lou, you know, no prisoners. And so maybe to get that good push, that good confidence, that good uplifting that you she can feel on a day-to-day basis with Carly being here. I think that that helps us in a way to get Lou to sustain a very good feeling about herself.
Definitely. And then, sorry, one more real quick, but you know, you guys are back. You guys were talking about missing practices, especially with that road trip to start the restart. How do you feel practice went today, and what did you really want to see from the team after finishing that last road trip with a losing record on the road?
It, you know, it's kind of trying to find a balance within this day because there's some fatigue still. We've been on the road for 14, 15 days and it's apparent and evident. But you know, it's essential for us to get the work in that we need. So today was very sharp, very short. Just got through the things that we needed to get to. I thought that our energy was amazing. I thought that our mindset is focused, and I thought that we took a bit of business today. We will continue to kind of hone in on our scout tomorrow with shoot around. But after a long, grueling road trip, that is not only physical but mental. You know, fatigue in that way. It's just kind of finding that reset button. Finding the joys in being back at home and just approaching our situation now as in a professional way, understanding that we have to take care of our business every single day matters, and every single game matters, every single possession matters. And I thought that they showed a good aura today, good aura about our whole team.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, any other questions for Coach?
I mean, I got one more if no one else has any.
Sure, go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, so you guys get two more shots at the Chicago Sky coming up, a team that took you guys to overtime, lost Jewel missed that one layup right at the end of the game, but you know, you guys didn't have Sue and Stewie there. How important is it to get another chance to go at them, especially with what just happened on the road?
Very important. I was very encouraged after that Chicago game. Being up late, if you think about too, we were up, I believe, and Quigley kind of hits those 2 threes. And I was just happy with our effort. I was happy with how hard we played. Obviously not having Sue and Stu, that's 30 plus points on the floor. We were, you know, a little strapped during the third quarter, I believe, to score, but, you know, we stayed right in the game and had an opportunity to send it to second overtime with a shot, you know. So I was super happy with the experience that the players got, and to now continue to build on that information that they got about themselves, about our team, and add Stewie and Sue back into the mix. I think it creates you know, this feeling of again, just positivity and understanding that we can continue to grow and get better. And there's a level that we can and will get to by adding them back, but understanding that we played Chicago very tight with them and had a very good showing, and just kind of being proud about that and building on that.
Awesome. Thank you.
No
All right,
problem.
thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I'll see you out there tomorrow. All right, and we should have our players in here in probably about 5 minutes or so. to go. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Jackie Powell. Go ahead, Jackie.
All right, hello. This is very special, isn't it? So thank you both for being here. So I'm sort of subbing in for M, who usually covers y'all for the next. So I've got a couple of questions here. So first, I want to know from both of you, I guess, take me through moment by moment when you found out that this was actually happening, you know, after you got teased by it in Dallas, but here we are, it's actually happening.
Well, it was really like quick and last second. You know, my 7-day expired with LA and they don't have a roster spot. So I didn't get re-signed for their game on a Sunday. Yeah, and it just kind of was.
Yeah, well, what happened was we were in New York and LA was coming to New York, and I knew Carly was flying there, but I knew her 7-day was ending. And I was just kind of like making comments about it, not in like the sense of Carly's 7 days over, it's added to the team. Like literally nothing like that was the plan. I was just saying those things. And then I think, you know, just through word of mouth, people hearing that, then all of a sudden I heard, you know, from a couple of people like, hey, we're, you know, seeing if your sister will work out. And I was like, hey, Carly, like, this might be happening. So then she talked to her agent, and like within like 2 hours, I feel like it was like in the works. And then that next day.
Yeah, and it just so happened that LA was following them on the road trip. So
Yeah.
I was going to DC with LA and they were in DC and they were going to the White House the next day. So to be honest, it kind of worked out like super perfectly, and it's definitely crazy.
Yeah, I bet, you know, Carly, I want to ask you a little bit about what this learning curve has been like. So coach just told us that you've picked up everything just so quickly. And, you know, you're a player that's bounced around a ton. And so I'm wondering how exactly you can compartmentalize different scheming in your brain, and sort of what does that take?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely joined teams mid-season quite a bit, and I watch every one of Lou's games. So, and she's obviously on this team, so I've watched the Storm all year. But yeah, basketball is basketball, and it's just, you know, knowing actions and learning and watching. I mean, playing with Sue and Stewie and Jewel, and you know, you got great players here and Noe, and yeah, I just watched in the shoot around before Minnesota, and then watching in the games, and yeah, the girls are all helping me. Yeah.
She says like basketball is basketball. She's also like super smart when it comes to like plays, things like that, seeing things, adjustments. She's going to be a great coach one day because she can pick up on anything literally just by watching it.
Right. I appreciate the humility there. And I guess for Lou, I mean, how much does this help your confidence, you know, as this team is, you know, fighting for that top seeding? Like, what do you think, you know, she can really contribute to you guys as, you know, you try to pick up from that fatigue?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, selfishly, individually, she always helped me after games and like kind of goes over things with me. So now having her real time, just like overseas, is really great for me specifically. But for us, you know, she's a player that's always ready and always going to help in some capacity. So, you know, if we need her at any time, no matter where, she could honestly play in any position we need her, and she'll be there to step up and do whatever it takes for, you know, the team, whatever the team needs.
Brilliant. Thank you both. And so happy to see that this happened.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jackie. We appreciate it. Let's go over to Pepper Pursley. Pepper, go ahead.
Hi, Carly. Hi, Katie Lou. Like Jackie said, super excited to see you two together. So I'm doing a back-to-school project with a lot of kids already in school or going back soon. Do you have any back-to-school memories you could share?
Oh man,
I have-
it's like forever ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, I have a fun just memory from us at Modern Day together. I think the day we first joined the team together, we had like photos for the basketball team, and we were kind of new. So the two of us kind of just stuck together and just, I don't know, had a lot of fun. But going to high school with her was super fun. We would always eat in the lunchroom together. We would meet up after like fourth period or whatever it was and go eat in the same spot. It was fun.
One funny school back to memory specifically for
School
going
back to memory. Back to
back to
school.
school memory. It just keeps happening to me. One specific, we transferred to Mater Dei and I had gone to public school my whole life. So switching to a private school, we got our uniforms and our plaid skirts and, you know, we had them on. But once I got to school and saw everyone was wearing the same thing, I really felt like I was in a movie. Like, it
Yeah.
was pretty funny.
That does happen a lot with, you know, uniforms and stuff, but yeah, and they're great. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Pepper. Appreciate it. Let's go over to Andy. Andy, go ahead.
Hi, y'all. Thanks for the time. You know, obviously, you guys seem to have a great relationship off the court, but how would you guys describe your relationship as players when you guys get to play together?
I think we play great together. Like, I think we weren't sure. We haven't played together since high school, except for until we played together this last season in Spain. And we ended up winning the Spanish championship and got to the finals against Stewie's team in EuroLeague. And I think we find each other well. We're comfortable. We can switch anything on defense. Yeah.
And we have confidence in each other. So it's nice to, you know, not only have that, like, I trust what she's going to do with it, but I know that she believes in me, and then just having someone on the court with you that, you know, believes in you wholeheartedly does make a difference.
Definitely. And then I know you guys have had very limited practice time, especially with this road trip to start the restart. You know, what was it like not just to get out there and be able to work on some things instead of just having game after game? This is more for Lou. Yeah,
it was great. Good day of practice today. I feel like we got a lot of stuff done. It was nice to just clean up some stuff within ourselves specifically and just focus on the next game. You know, we're home, but we have another game tomorrow, so we'll be back at it.
definitely. And then one thing Coach Quinn mentioned was that she really hopes that because of how Carly really went at you when the Sparks were up here a couple of weeks ago, she was hoping that maybe y'all could, you know, push each other on like that in practice. Is that how you would describe your guys' relationship on the court, or is it more of is that not quite how it is? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we like it overseas in Spain, if we matched up, like, it can get a little chippy, you know,
Yeah.
but we just make each other better.
Yeah, take these a little more personal against each other, but we always go hard no matter what. It's not like gonna change how we play just because we're going against each other, but the end result, you might be a little more upset.
Definitely. And hey, now that y'all are on the same team, I don't know if y'all have talked to your parents yet, but do you know which parent's gonna be wearing which jersey? Have you guys figured that out yet? Any chance?
Yeah, at least they can just wear one shirt this time.
Yeah.
It's Seattle. So
That's true. It's the easiest they've had it.
yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
All right. And if there are no more questions, we will go ahead and let the Samuelsons go. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We'll talk to you later.